We paddled anti-clockwise around the island, starting and finishing in the little port village of Moskenes. The interior mountains rising spectacularly from the sea. The initial clag and mist was soon replaced by beautiful bright skies, and the hot sun was beaming down us as we approached the Maelstrom, which was my pet worry of the trip. Supposedly the world's biggest tide race, we just squeaked by inshore with barely a ripple. We rounded the southwest tip of the island at a place called Hell and paddled into Bouvegan Bay, an absolutely stunning camp spot with greeny waters and grassy shelves for the tent, just set below the rugged peak of Hellsega. As forecast, the northerly winds increased today, and we paddled up the coast round lots of headlands below stunning cliffs, but we had to put into Hermannsdalen, 22 kilometres north, not as far as we'd hoped because the wind had got too strong to paddle into, probably force 4 or 5 at times. Day 3 saw us paddle out of our calm, tranquil camp at Hermannsdalen. Bit tricky getting out of the rocky bay we were in with the waves coming in, and our boats got completely covered in a sort of mulch of seaweed. We then paddled steadily north into the waves. Luckily the wind was calmer today, but each headland we faced choppy waters and clapotis, sending our boats backwards and forwards a little bit. We stopped briefly in Horseed, a magnificent sandy strand, for lunch tucked down behind the boulders, and then we headed further north, heading up for Bergsneset, the big headland marking the northwest tip of the island. By now the waves had built up and it was a bit exposed getting round Bergsneset, big dark cliffs rising up into the cloud. I certainly felt quite small and vulnerable, and I didn't like to think about a capsize here, but what a relief to round the point into calmer waters and head to our camp on the tranquil Sandoya island. A mirror calm paddle took us to the head of Forsfjorden and an HEP station, where a chap who descended from the mountain with knee pain helpfully pointed out to us the start of the trail. This took us up various ladders, chains and ropes, up a sharp arête, and eventually up towards the lovely rocky scramble to the summit of Hermannsdals-tinden, the highest peak on the island. The views were getting blotted out by rapidly advancing stratas, but we could just about make out Ramberg in the north and the south tip of the island with the big gyres of current in the water hinting at the Maelstrom that we couldn't quite see. We scuttled down as the clouds came in and the rain started.